Yeah, I mean, I think it has been a fun weekend. I mean, guys, did you enjoy it? Did you have fun? Good. We had fun as well. You guys probably slept little, we slept little. This is like one of the photos. Yeah. I could have like made a 2-hour presentation with these kind of photos. So I only have like 3, I think. Yeah, so some guys even brought like, you know, like a whole bed. It's quite cool. But then they still use this kind of sleeping spot. It's just reasonable, I guess. Some people were really excited about the final ceremony, so they already reserved seats yesterday evening. It's good that you all fit in. Like, I mean, he was in one of the last rows. It was a bit stupid, I guess. This guy was a bit more clever. He was in the front row. And then one guy already knew that he would pitch tonight, so that's very bold, I guess. We have some stats, you know, like we had some time where we didn't have much to do at the registration desk, so you know we did some stats. We just pulled it together. So we had 461 attendees at the opening ceremony. We had 352 registered participants, 101 submitted projects, 43 sponsors. 2.2 ton food, and I think we went through most of it. So we'll actually give out the rest at the end of this weekend, but I think you all probably gained like 2 kilograms or something over the weekend. I did at least. We also had a lot of drinks. I think there are also some still left, so you know we'll just put it there later and you just can take whatever you want, because then we don't have to clean it up. And there was a lot of internet traffic. I know it was slow. Yeah, I mean, not all numbers are serious, right? Like, but there was a lot of traffic. This was maybe not correct, because it was a bit slow, the internet, I know, but I think it worked out in the end, so it was just a lot of people, you know, pulling down SDKs and stuff, and it's like, I told them that it should be for 1,000 people, but, you know, there was some very heavy usage at the beginning. So I think, but in the end it worked out. Hopefully 0 sleep. I mean, I got a bit sleep. Like maybe 6 hours over the weekend, which is reasonable. How much sleep? Who got 0 sleep? Let's do the check. So I think you guys should stand up. Stand up, guys. Come stand up. Stand up. That's impressive. It's not very healthy, but I mean, it's definitely impressive. Yeah, then there were lots of goodie bags. I hope you kind of used your phone chargers and all the equipment we gave you. We gave you, the sponsors gave you. I think there was some really cool stuff in it. I really wanted one as well, a goodie bag. I didn't get one. And most of the team actually didn't get one because we were really keen on it as well. But I hope you find use for it. There's a lot of cool stuff in there. Actually, Dimitri, where are you, Dimitri? Here, yeah. He packed most of the goodie bags. I think that's definitely worth a round of applause. There were like a lot of items in there. Yeah, there was a lot of hours of coding. That's actually, I think this is actually a reasonable number. Lots of code. This is kind of estimated. There's probably more erased code as well. It's probably not that useful. And then there were a lot of keystroke. Like this is also a reasonable number, I think. So yeah, that's it. Now we have one more presentation from Elance and Odesk. Yeah, feel free to come on stage. We actually have a microphone here. Let's do this.
Thanks, Rasmus. Hey guys, my name is Nicholas. I'm one of the sponsors. I'm just here to say thanks everyone for the effort that you put in this weekend. I'm really looking forward to all the pitches, and good luck for that. On my behalf, I'm here to say, in case you want to move on with your startup, in case you decide to stick together as a team for the future, consider us as a source for adding any kind of talent or resource to your core team that you want to use moving forward. So the whole idea is, as you know, you cannot cover all the tasks, from marketing to PR, to translation work, to editing. You need a creative writer for SEO, whatever it is. Consider ourselves as a source to basically come up with a scalable team that that enables you to stay lean in your basically pre-funding phase or seed funding phase, so that you don't have to hire a high headcount early on. So that's the whole idea. Try us out. I'm here till like 5, 6 p.m. You can meet me at the reception desk if you want to learn more. That's about it. And now give it up for the teams. Thanks.
Yeah, then there's one more word. We promised you guys at the beginning when you registered that if you submit your CV, you might win an iPad. We could have actually not done it. I think most of you already forgot about it, but we're still doing it. And that's actually the spreadsheet you saw earlier. So we're going to do it live so you know that it's not like faked. I hope this works now. Let's see. So there are all the 165 people who submitted a CV. It's actually in German, I think. So the name which will appear is going to be the winner of the iPad. And it's an iPad with an engraving from HackZurich 2014, so it's a special thing. I think this code is correct. Okay, let's do it. And the winner is Jakob Langer. Kenny. Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you so
Lucky
much.
number. All right. That was probably the award to win with the least effort, but yeah, congrats. Yeah, that's the award. Yeah, and then we had so each workshop sent their jury, but we also had a main jury, and we had 8 really qualified people on the main jury. Pascal, Chris, Alexander, Lucas, Christian, Yannick, Judith, and Mark. They've been here at 9 a.m. this morning, which is it's a Sunday, right? So it's quite a commitment, and I think so far they enjoyed it. Did you have fun? Okay, that's good. And yeah, I think we should all thank them for spending the entire day here and looking at all the projects. And I think we should give them some applause. I was in the room when they decided who's gonna be in the final, and again it was not easy. There was quite a bit of discussion. Yeah. Next year maybe everybody pitches, but then it's gonna be like 5 hours, so I don't know if we want to do that. But yeah, there's lots of awesome projects. And now we come actually to the most important part of this presentation, to the finalist pitches. It will be the same order as I read it out to you guys, so you should roughly know when you are. When it's your turn, you have 2 minutes. It's strict. We give you a microphone. We have everything set up, so we have a live presenter here. We have a laptop where we already preload all your demos, and it also has a browser, and then we have the slides, which are hopefully all correct. But Max worked really hard. Again, I think we should thank Max, because he was working really hard to pull it all together. So I think we can start. I'll have the gong again. I think you got used to that by now, and just cut you off when the 2 minutes are over. So yeah, let's start. So first team, BTech.
Could you turn on the camera? Good. Okay, could you turn on the camera?
Yeah, it's done. Yeah.
Okay. Hello, we are the BTech team, and I'd like to ask a question. How many of you took a single photograph during the HackZurich event? Please raise your hand. Yeah, that's many of the photographs. And would you like to see all of them in one place, grouped in one shared photo album? I think so. And also, would you like to find those exact ones where you are on them? We have an app for that. So we created a service that merges all the photos taken by all the participants of the certain event in one place, and also connects this photo with the person who were on it, using our hacked ID cards, where we have the eye beacons from the ST mode. So, for example, Anna is browsing the photographs taken during the event, and let's assume she doesn't know Kamil, but she does like his shirt. So, for example, she took a photograph of him. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, and now Kamil is also browsing the photos on his device, but he can also filter the photos to only them with his presence. So you can see all of those 3 photos of him there. So basically, we are using the iBeacons technology to find the people who are near the photographer. So our app is scanning the space for the iBeacons, and in the moment of taking the photographs, it stores the information of who are near the photographer. And that's how it works. Thank you.
Thanks. Who's switching these slides? They can do it themselves. Brauchst du nicht?
Aber ich würde das gerne am Liebe anschließen.
Ja, einfach so anschließen.
Okay, we can turn off this one. I don't know. Cool. Okay. I don't know. Hi guys, I'm Benny, and I've been working on Photo Fusion during this weekend. I got a bit more than 6 hours of sleep, so I look still reasonably fresh, but I'm a little bit nervous to give the demo. So what I wanted to do is to make a creative app where you can copy an object in your image a couple of times. So the Apple engineers, I know you've been recruiting people here, so instead of recruiting, you can clone your brightest engineers. I have one strawberry. We could save some of this food. We wouldn't have to eat 2 tons of food if we can just clone it. So I'm going to show you how you can do that with my app. So you take an image of this, the content you want to have, and in this image you select what you want to keep. So I say, okay, here I want to have my strawberry, and then I'm going to take a second picture where the strawberry is in a different position. And again, I select that I want to have this strawberry here, and then let's see if the stitching works. Yes, it kind of worked, and you see there is no, now I have to turn this. You see there was no problem up here, and the stitches was actually nicely done around the strawberry. So I can continue and add even more, so let's say I want to keep those 2. You don't have to be too precise, because the algorithm will figure out where to cut. So we take this one, and then we take another one. Also, the alignment is done automatically, so if I'm a little bit shaky, that shouldn't matter too much. Well,
We also need this for the live demo. We can't do that.
Switch both.
Then we just use
Video, so show us first, we show video.
No, the video is 1 minute 30. Just go with that. Let's just go with that and use that as a backup. So we have to use the switch und press. Okay, machst du das dann so noch? Komm, setz dich jetzt mal schnell hin.
Ja, wir brauchen das Mikro, das ist auch. Musst du das noch bauen?
Okay. Nachher ist, ne? Hi guys, thanks for having us. We are Remodify, the next innovative app for Android Wear. We've built an app that runs on your smartwatch and that can be used to control any other device that is connected to the internet. For this reason, we've hooked up a smartwatch with the Swiss cloud, and we have an open API that anyone can use to do funny things with it. And let's just give a quick demo how this could work.
Okay, Google, open remote control.
So now he just opened our app.
Please excuse the Wi-Fi connection.
Oh, the Wi-Fi connection.
Oh,
It totally relies on the internet, so that's pretty bad. Let's try again.
No.
Okay, let's hope that this works. So usually the app would just open if we were connected to the internet, and now you can do other things with that. Like he clicked on the button and the light switched on. So we are able to switch on lights. We are able to skip tracks. I don't like the color. Can you change it? Can you change the color?
I don't like the color. Please change it. Oh, there's no internet connection.
Ah, there's no internet connection.
I don't like the color. Please change it.
Ha! There we go. We got internet connection. That's awesome. That's totally awesome. So, can I have some music, please? Can you turn on some music? Okay, skip the track.
Skip this track. Play next tracker.
Does work. So we're also able to connect to the Carrera go-karts and control them with our app. We can't do it here on stage, but we thought about a freemium model that we can use. We can just like open parts of our RP to premium users only. And at this point, we want to thank again the Swisscom team for providing the server, BSI for giving us an Arduino board, Google for giving us the watch, and the HackZurich team for organizing this awesome event. Thanks, guys.
Slides, okay, this is presented, right? Oh. Okay. You can do that. Where's the... Is this your phone? For the slides? Yeah. Just to the right. Is it possible? Okay. We're good? Hello everyone, thanks for having us. We are Circa, a team from the US and Poland. So Circa is an ephemeral, as a crowdsourced ephemeral location-aware notifications that go directly to the small interactions you have with your Google Watch device. What you can do is users can easily share location-based notifications with other people who also have this application. Then when someone else who also has this app goes to that location, they will receive a notification right on their wrist alerting them to whatever the event is. In this case, there's free water in the back. So let's do a quick demo. So to open up the app, you just do, okay, Google, open Circa. We'll open it manually for now. Sometimes we've had troubles with that. So you go into Circa, and you have this list of options, events that you can tag. So there's free Wi-Fi up here on stage, so we're going to tag that there's free Wi-Fi. Then when another user will get a notification when they're in this area. So when I walked into this room, I actually got a notification that, I don't know, let's see what the notification was. There's free Wi-Fi in here, I guess. That's a different notification, we tagged it earlier. But I got this without being connected to the Wi-Fi because all of the local data is saved locally on your personal device. So then additionally, with this events, you're allowed to rate them. So we don't want old events that have become outdated, so you can either give an upvote or debunk it and say that it's no longer valid, and our algorithm will only show events that are still valid. So then we've also added a Evernote integration that allows you to save important notifications to your Evernote accounts. And lastly, we have on the actual iPhone device. Thank you, everyone.
Test 1, 2.
Hey guys, I'm Mark, this is Yassin, Nina, and this guy is Jean-Marie. He couldn't be here, sadly. Together we created Get Cooking. Get Cooking solves some questions. Have you ever asked yourself, what should I cook tonight? Or what do I use for cooking it? So, have you ever left any food in the fridge which went bad? I have. And Get Cooking solves exactly that problem. First, you have the website. It shows a list of recipes ordered by the number of ingredients you don't have at home. So, we see here the tasty cheeseburger needs one more ingredient. So, let's show it in detail. Now, you see the view with the ingredients you need, and at the bottom a short description how to cook it. Okay, let's cook this. So we see we need the moss broccoli, so let's add them to our shopping list. Can you switch, please? Now we're in the store. We have this Android application which serves as your moss broccoli, as your shopping list. So okay, let's scan the moss broccoli. Now you see it's checked off. Okay, let's scan something else. I'm going to a hackathon, so I'll try to scan the energy drink. It will get added to the shopping list dynamically. In the end, you see the price at the bottom. You go to the checkout and check out. Can you switch again? The checkout works as you can click checkout and it will switch add the list to your inventory, the moss broccoli to your inventory instantly. So now we have everything we want to cook. Now let's cook it. Can you switch again? Okay, so here the recipe. Let's get cooking. Now you have a view of the recipe and you can switch through it. Maybe your fingers are dirty, so let's use voice controls. Next. And yeah, we cook it. Now, maybe you forgot your phone at home, so just take a picture of your receipt upload it to Evernote, and it will get added to the shopping list. Removed.
Alright, hi guys, I'm Daniel, this is Renaud, and we'll talk about this viral questionnaire for marketing research. So we have a very large Migros database, and we're wondering what kind of great app can we create. And you know, in marketing research, it's always a problem. It's very difficult to understand what we should do with the data. So in marketing research, it's a problem to understand which brands are popular and why they are popular. So, and we need customer information for that. And how do we get customer information? We get it with our app, and we get customers to do a pairwise comparison between one product and another for free. Why? Because the customer will get a free personality assessment out of the app. It's accurate, come on. And then they can share it with their friends on social media, and they can spread this questionnaire further. And then to understand, and then we can use this app to understand common trends, like why, you know, do customers like organic or bio products? Do customers prefer products that are environmentally friendly? Do customers like products that are healthy, or do they like cheap, maybe M-budget products? Or do they prefer products that are from Switzerland, perhaps? And we can understand how all these factors influence customer decision. Sorry. And then the results, you know, it can be used to improve existing business practices, such as product recommendations on the Migros website. Let me see. Oh yes. So you know, customers, you know, when you complete the questionnaire, other customers will also know. You will learn. You can compare yourself with other customers on the website, and then you can see. You can understand what are the trends. Maybe you can think, maybe I should be more environmentally friendly in the future, and I should buy, you know, CO2 neutral products in the future. And maybe you can use it for dating, because, you know, dating websites, because maybe I only want a girlfriend. I only want a girlfriend who's CO2 neutral. Yeah, and that's the end of my app. Thank you.
Just a quick announcement. I think one microphone went missing. Maybe the team could bring it back. But otherwise, let's continue. Okay, it's over here. It's fine. So.
Hi, we're Orca, and we want to show you how simple it can get to stay in touch. So, I'm sure you met a lot of great people this weekend, yeah? I think it was just brilliant, but let's also be honest. In like 1 month from now, with how many people will you actually keep that conversation going? Yeah, so we want to help, and let us show us how. So, yesterday, I met Tulu at the Swisscom booth. So what I did, is I just scanned her business card. Scanned that. So we got all her information, even LinkedIn, and we see she works at Swisscom. She's a recruiter. So what I do with Orca is, like, in 2 months' time, I probably forgot about meeting Tulu, so I'm browsing the web. I'm on CBS News. I see an interesting article about how to recruit Gen Y. It actually interests me. So I just copy that link to Orca and see if I have any contact who might be interested.
Yeah, so what we do, we remember so we scan that business card and we link this to Evernote, and through Evernote we go to LinkedIn, we gather some info about her interests, and so what our application does, we can also add some conversation we had with her just to know what she's interested in generally. And what our application does, she's looking for the information on the website, so looking on the topics of this CBS News article, and it will compare it and see if this might interest us. And see, yes, here we have Valentin and, well, no, I don't know. So she appears also, Tulu should appear here normally. So we have, in this case, we'll send her an email. We'll send her an email here, and this way we keep in touch.
So hello everyone, we're Beakit, okay, and we're a smart semantic bookmarking tool. So what we have often is you're browsing the web and you have multiple tabs opened, and it's very difficult to remember what you were visiting. This is actually my bookmark. I've been building this for years. As you can see, it's very like hierarchy, lots of folders. I'm somehow a control freak, but even though this, it's very difficult for me to find and remember things that I bookmark. So if I want to go search, I just like remember some parts. If it's not in the URL or in the title, it's very difficult to find it because they don't actually look in the content of the page itself. So what we do actually is we have a Chrome extension here, and what it does is it tries to parse this document, identify related social news to it, so that you can browse and find social news, tweets, YouTube videos, and open all of these things in the page itself. So it's a very intuitive experience. You see in the page itself, you see what you also bookmarked here as well. And you don't have to navigate away. So here you can see some tweets, some YouTube videos, and you can play them directly. What we also have is we have an NLP-like faceted search. So we have concepts, we have tags, we have categories, we know what the page talks about. So you can easily go and say, well, okay, I visited a page 2 weeks ago that talked about maybe culture and politics, about events that happened in Somalia or in Hong Kong. And we're able to find the exact article that matches this exact query. So we actually can do lots of powerful things with linked data because everything is connected. We have a very powerful graph model in the backend, and this is how it looks like. So we're able to identify places, to identify cities, to identify any entity in that web page, and we're able to cluster them together. So if you have lots of nodes, we can actually have auto folders for them. So we have an Evernote integration. If you have lots of nodes, you didn't tag them, they're just stored. We're able to automatically tag them and sort them into folders so that you can have better organization for these things. So Beakit is the future of bookmarking. Thanks.
Joe? Can we zoom it more? Like on the screen? Perfect. Okay. Hi, we are Marcin and Bartek, and we are from the Warsaw University. And what we're doing here, we were taking part in the toy car racing competition. And what was the competition about? So every member, every team, which were about 15 teams, had to implement an algorithm who was sending the power to the car, which with this car should move on the track. And what we were provided was only some data from the accelerometer and gyrometer, which were situated under the car.
We took an iterative approach. So every run, we tried to focus first on collecting data about a track structure with the same velocity. So we fit our artificial intelligence algorithm with this data, and then put another rounds with changing speed. And our algorithm is flexible as it doesn't need any previous knowledge about structure of the routes. And we were improving it constantly, feeding the data we collected from every pass. And we won this competition, but all other teams were truly challenging competitors.
Okay, maybe this information weren't so cool, but let's see how it was looking like in the reality. So that was our algorithm working here, and of course it's not so easy, and sometimes we were crashing.
In the track.
Yeah. And okay, so we also would like to thank Swisscom for providing a great equipment and other teams for a great, cool game. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, we are Lisa, Johannes, Matthias and Emmanuel, and we are Team Immersive. Did you ever want to go to a place far away and get a realistic perception of this place? Yeah, but you... Thank you. But you just couldn't because the place is far away. That's what we deliver. We use your smartphone and inexpensive devices like Google Cardboard, which is around $20, to create a realistic virtual 3D representation of faraway places. You can see that here in our live demo. Johannes is currently using the browser of his mobile phone to visit our website and selects a place from our launching page. Now, the scene is rendered in a stereographic fashion. That means that Johannes puts his phone in his Google Cardboard and can now see the scene in 3D. This is, by the way, a bridge here in Zurich. We recorded this picture in the last 48 hours. As you just have been seen, animations are also supported. It's important to note that there's nothing to install. It's just web-based, WebGL and JavaScript. So, the pictures have been recorded using 2 iOS devices and a specialized, customized mount, which enables us to create stereographic images. This was designed and printed during this hackathon, thanks to Autodesk for giving us this 3D printer. Well, applications for this product can be found everywhere where you need depth perception of rooms and areas. For example, imagine you're going to rent a room in New York City via Airbnb or something. but you're not really sure if this room is right, if it's big enough, or if the pictures are correct. Then you can use this product to get a glimpse of perception, of reality of this room. So I kindly invite you to come over to our booth later and check out this product with your own smartphone and our Google Cardboards. Are there any questions? Thanks for the attention.
Hi everyone. Thank you for being here. I'm so glad you're here today. Today I have something very special I'd like to share with you. I'm here with my team to present Yarn. It's your augmented reality notes.
You just keep writing the notes. And you make a swipe.
Technical difficulties.
It's just loaded.
We want to mute.
Sorry, guys. You can start again. It's fine.
Okay, so I'm here with my team to present Yarn, your augmented reality notes. So the way this works is the user has a Oculus Rift and Leap Motion, and you can express yourself however you want. This information is transferred to Evernote's library in real time so that it's easily accessible to anyone who it's shared with. So for example, user 2 here can pick up on this random poster somewhere that I sent a message, and user 3 can also read this message on his phone, and this uses both iOS and Android cameras. So the reason this is so significant and why we're so excited about this problem is because virtual reality it has the potential to be the next major computing platform after mobile. Just comparing the numbers of devices that's available, you can imagine the possibilities. There's huge opportunity in software like computer vision, health, e-commerce that a lot of people worked on at this hackathon, and there's also tons of opportunities in hardware. For example, getting a form factor that's more comfortable and less bulky. So timing is right, our timing is everything, and now is the right time for virtual reality. So in summary, we are building your digital future. Invest in us. We have a proven track record of getting stuff done, taking on challenging problems, and producing results. If you haven't done so already, come play with our demo. And don't forget, there's vast room to grow for mainstream adoption of virtual reality. So what are you guys still doing here? There's a whole new world out there to explore. Thanks for your time.
Slide is here. The presenter right is next slide left. One is
Hey everyone, we are Micronate, and before I get started, one quick question. Could you all raise your hands if you've donated money throughout the last 6 months, just to get a quick overview? Wow, that's actually quite a large number, but probably it's not enough because there are social causes all around us that need financial support. Nevertheless, most people are quite hesitant to donate, which is because typically charities are quite opaque in terms of how the money is actually used. Oftentimes you cannot get in touch with the people who actually benefit from your donation. And lastly, donations are an act that you actually have to think about consciously, so you have to actively decide to donate. You typically don't do it passively. And that's what makes it more difficult for people to actually donate. That's why we invented Micronate. What we are is a platform that connects donors and social causes who are registered on our website, who can be in direct contact. So there's direct information exchange between both parties. And we help donors to passively accumulate funds by accepting micropayments using our platform. That can be integrated in any sort of application. For example, you could say you want to donate 10 cents whenever you send an email or write a note. And over time, you passively accumulate money on your account that you can then choose to donate to a charity of your choice at any point in time. That helps both you, the charity, and is a good cause for good support for any cause. So, what are you still doing here? Start to donate with Micronate. Cheers. Thank you.
Hello everyone, we're Conflict Friends. Who's Conflict Friends? That's me, Nkeshi, and Patrick, who just had to leave for the airport. But before I get into the matter, I want to introduce you to Omid and Leah. Omid and Leah have been friends since childhood. They are now young adults and are still good friends. They meet up regularly. However, there's one big divide between them, and that's the border between Gaza and Israel. Now, I'm sure you've heard about the conflict in Israel and Gaza earlier this year, where there were attacks from Gaza in Israel, which caused Israel to attack Gaza. This caused the borders to be closed. Omid and Leah could no longer meet up. However, there is something called the internet nowadays, which was great because it enabled them to transcend these locked borders, which wouldn't have been possible 100 years ago. Now, while surfing the internet and while exchanging news, they stumbled upon the fact that there is lots of different opinions on the around, like people blaming others for weird causes. So they kind of thought, we're such good friends, is that really what the people think? How can we actually find out whether that's actually what the people think? So this is where they found Conflict Trends, which is a very simple app that, can you play? Oh, it's playing, awesome. No, it's not playing, can you switch then? Oh, cool. Right, so a very simple app you can see on the far screens, which is essentially monitoring tweets for location. So we are geocoding tweets for source and destination, analyzing the tweet content for sentiment, like is it a positive or a negative tweet? If it's positive, it looks green, and if it's negative, it looks red. Now, we're actually accumulating these for target regions like the Palestinian territories, which can be seen wide, and Israel around it. And depending on what the content of them is, the countries turn red or green, thereby showing how other people think about these regions. In the future, this can actually be extended to include other data sources, other timelines, and of course, far more detailed analysis of the tweets themselves. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. We are truly impressed about what we have seen today, about all your ideas up to now. It was really amazing. So actually, our idea is that we generate even more people like you, so talented, so inspiring to find even more ideas. When we looked around, we saw that a lot of small children get a lot of tools to learn about programming and finding out like what computer science is about. But actually, like young adults, which have to decide their future, have much less tools to actually do that. So we wanted to create something which lets them learn about programming and learn about algorithms and computer science without actually starting to code. So they can just drag and drop and define their strategies for their hero to actually defeat their enemy. And that is something which, like, a lot of people maybe don't even know that they could be interested in computer science because they don't know what it actually is. It took me 3 degrees to actually find out where my passion lies. So I think that gives an opportunity for a lot of people to actually get into our field and change the world, improve the world, and just get great stuff out there, which I can't wait to try out. Thank you very much.
Hey everyone, I want to start with a quick question. Who of you also has a friend who's always complaining about their weight? See. So I have a really obnoxious one. What she would do, and I'm not going to say any names, Olga, is she would try a diet for 2 weeks and then she would see this delicious cheesecake, eat it in one piece, and then claim that the diet wouldn't work. So I was really fed up with that behavior a few weeks ago, and we decided to do something against it. And I told her to put her money where her mouth is. And what we agreed on is that for 6 months, for every week where she doesn't lose weight, she has to pay me 150 francs. Sweet deal, right? But it turns out she likes money a lot more than she likes cheesecake. Because the past 5 weeks, she never gained weight, she always lost weight. And she's lost 3 kilograms in total so far. So we figured we're on to something, and we turned this into an online community, or we decided to take the idea online. And that's how Loser Pay was born. The idea behind it is that when you sign up, you tell us how much you want to bet weekly. And then at the end of the week, if you gained weight, you have to pay that amount into a community pot. Now the people who lost weight, they will actually get a share of that community pot. So now you can just sit at home, lose weight, and make money. Sweet, right? We use some pretty cool technology. We use Evernote to keep track of your progress, to track your current weight. But we also use it to support you and send you recipes of healthy, like consistent of healthy ingredients. And we use leshop.ch to deliver those ingredients directly to your home. So we put up a Facebook page yesterday, and those are the old slides. Right now we already have more than 100 likes, and I hope if you have one of those friends, you'll send them over to our page, Lose or Pay, and you'll never hear them complain again. Thanks.
Hello? Hello, everybody. Well, I think this is the first time I speak in front of so many people. My name is Carlos, and this is Sandra and Stefanos. We are a team from the University of Bern, and we came here with an idea. Typo. You may think, what is typo? So the idea is we went once for a trip to the mountain, and we said, you know, it must be nice to know what people think when they are here, and then why don't we get something like a point in space to know what they are thinking at some point. So we came here to the hackathon and said, maybe we can develop an application which is an anonymous geolocalized short-lived message board. What does it mean? It means that you come here and then you turn up our application. You can see it there. And then you can see what people is thinking already. Then you can think, you can see exactly what's hot, what's going on, and you can even upvote the most important messages you're meeting. Additionally, after a certain amount of time, all these messages are going to disappear, and then if you vote them, then well, they go up in the stream, and then they stay there longer. Now, if we switch, so now you can see, we also track all these messages a long time, and you can even see, access through a website, and see what people are thinking around you. This gives you an additional point of view whenever there is an event, whenever there is a hackathon, every hotspot, all the information you can get from there, and you can see it also on the internet and also in your phone. So, thank you everybody, and I hope you like our application. It's already for download, so this is not the current slide. I hope you come to our booth and talk to us. So, thank you everybody.
So we've developed an app for biomedical researchers. What we do is we take complex computer vision algorithms and we try to package it so it's simple, easy, and intuitive to use for people that have no programming experience. So we're going to go straight to our program and have a look at a case study. And essentially, what we have here on the far left are various computer vision algorithms that are packaged into boxes. And our case here is actually these are images of blood vessels. And it's really important to know the diameter of the blood vessels because it reacts to different drugs, the dimensions, the diameters increase and decrease depending on the drugs and the foreign body reactions. So we want to now analyze this tool, analyze this image. And what we're first going to do is crop the image because we want to get rid of the timestamp. And we're going to drop it in to our flow line. Then we want to probably threshold it because we want a binary image. And so we're going to bring our threshold in. And now I'd probably be quite interested in taking a skeleton. So let's bring a skeletonized tool in to try to turn this into a skeleton. And actually, I don't quite like that, so let's get rid of the skeleton and let's put in a noise filter or something to make this image a bit more clearer. And with the noise filter, I can now, this is quite a good representation. I can take this data to try work out the diameter. So on the top left, we've got the algorithms, and below that, we have an analysis tool. And here we've got a vessel diameter analysis. We're going to drop that into our flow line. And now that we've got a flow line set, we're going to try batch process that into all our data that we have. And essentially, by doing that, we can get the data for our entire image analysis in quite a short period of time. Now, on a real case study, did you know that this exact same process takes about 150 hours because they do it manually? Right? This is 1 month of professional research experience. I know this because I've worked there before. So by doing this, we're saving huge amounts of time where people could better spend their money or their time doing cancer research. And this is the value that BioCloud brings to the biomedical research industry. Thank you, guys. The results were a graph.
Hello everyone. So we're Meal Crunch and we've developed an app that helps you get meal planning done right. Okay, so starting from your nutritional specifications, you can limit your calorie intake, your carbohydrates, proteins, and fat. This is different from current applications where you normally would input your ingredients or your recipes, and then you would get these numbers outputted from you. And then from here, you can include ingredients that you love or ingredients that you need to use up. So for example, let's say you have some chicken and strawberries in your fridge that are about to expire. And then what Meal Crunch does is it takes your ingredients and your nutritional needs and it generates a daily meal plan for you. And don't worry if you can't cook some of these recipes because Meal Crunch also provides you links. And on the left, there's a chart that compares the nutritional specifications of your target to our recommendations. So you might ask yourself, what's so great about Meal Crunch? Because based on your nutritional priorities and without sacrificing the flavors you love, we provide you the perfect meal. Over and over and over again. Thank you.
We don't want this. Where's our slides? And we got confirmation. I have them here on the flash drive. All of them are empty.
Yeah, no, there are no more. Can we do this one?
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys. I think it's worth the wait.
Can you open?
Yeah, no, do it in this one.
So you did manual. This was just a break to help you wake up. Sorry. Oh, shall we go? Okay, we are No Face and we protect the identity of people in sensitive videos. This is Daria, a street protester and medical student in Tehran in 2011. And she got into big trouble. And she got expelled from the medical school because a friend of her posted a video in the street protest on YouTube. And we want to solve the problem and protect people like this. And this is what a naive solution would look like. And next, this is what No Face does. No Face fully automatically anonymizes videos in real time before they are written to any file. We envision three main applications or three main users besides protesters. Number one, we want to enable journalists to take interviews with their contact in full confidence, knowing that the face will never be written. Second, we want to enable doctors to share easily their patient cases with other doctors at conferences. And third, we want to enable any professional video user to record royalty-free video, not worrying about getting consent from people who appear. And now, Andrew will show you a quick live demo.
So here's our app. As you can see, it detects faces and apply the blur effect to them using the adaptive blur algorithm. And with this algorithm, it helps to keep the quality of the blur at the good level for near and far planes. And also, it is running on the Metal framework, and we have no frame skipped, so it's running 60 FPS, which is really kind of neat. Oh, and you can make pictures. Come closer. You can make picture with that and just see that it's blurred. Both faces are blurred. So yeah.
Okay, good evening everyone. My name is Sergi and I do love data. And even more, I do love improve world with data. I do it like on daily life, honestly, but sometimes I also love to improve my personal life. Some of things, you already seen like lots of people that use on personal devices like for tracking like lots of things. For this year, it's going to be like close to 50 millions, and for next year, for next 5 years, it's going to be up to 250 millions of such devices. But the problem with them is that there are like different variety of such devices, like tens of different kind of them. And if you actually gonna get some kind of overview how you performing, like you need something for that, because they are providing different UIs, different user experiences, and different actual goals. So with data-driven, we're trying to build a platform when you can correlate different data sources from your fitness activity, sleeping activity, and any kind of real offline activity. Let's say, do you want to know how is your performance improving? Like if you sleep in like exactly 6 hours or like 8 hours, we can do it for you. What we did over the weekend, we did connect to Facebook. Facebook provide some data about number of your fitness activities. So you can see that my running was like efficient for some of beginning of May, and after I stopped it because I switched it for something else. But what is actually neat that you can connect to something like completely different. Let's say, what about GitHub? If you performing like at sport and having some good performance, will you perform also like at work? Yeah, we can do analyze it and help you with that. What we also did from, and it's not here. So we developed a small application for Android wearable to actually get some data even from their like heart rate. What about get efficiency of your meeting? Like if your heart rate is getting like higher, maybe you need to control these things. So we are building this platform to actually open to other people and improve your life in every possible aspect. Thanks for your attention.
LCMD, left. LCMD, left and right. We switch tabs. Yeah, it just switches websites. So just copy it. It's just like the tabs.
Okay, hey, this is Maria, this is Sid, I'm Martin, and we did something which is called critical syncing. So I think all of you read news, and on Facebook, sometimes it happens to me, I'm sure it happens to you once in a while, that people post stuff which just appear nuts to you. And you feel like, guys, you need to look at other sources. You cannot just like read that stuff and think it's true. That makes no sense. I mean, I'm from Russia, and like once in a while I always have these messages about Putin eating children, and I mean, like, in Russia we don't have different opinions at all, so it's also a problem. So it's a very important problem, and I thought we would solve it. So we kind of attempted it. So imagine somebody sends you a link to some article in the LCMD. Oh, it's there. Yeah. So it's from Fox News. It says about Obamacare and obviously bashes Obamacare. You want to see what other people are saying. So if you go to critical thinking and pass the URL here, it's going to find an article from a source which is opposing to Fox News. For example, from the Democrat, liberal, CBS, and you can read it up and think about, okay, so what is the balanced opinion that I can have on the topic?
What if he breaks his arm? What if he wants a fish or a dog?
I know you're interested, but we're not going to watch the video right now. So yeah, the idea is that if you read something about a place, if you read something about Israel or Russia, you might want to look at the sources from Israel and Russia. And we just make this simple tool for you to be able to just go ahead, paste the link and do it. So we did it. It kind of works. You should go ahead, check it out. It's criticalthinking.com. We're also going to make a browser extension. So there's like a button that you can click in your browser and you can check it out. So I'm pretty convinced that you should all check it out and send it to your friends, because if they're annoying, just go ahead, do it.
And you don't even have to leave. I won't ask you what are you doing here. You can do it right now on your phone.
Yeah, true. Okay, thanks a lot.
Sound is fine, right? You don't want sound. Okay. As you wish.
Okay, and this is 1.5.
So,
Can I control it? Hello everyone, I am Marika, she is Sibyl, he is Rocco. Figaro revolutionizes the way you make appointment every day. You go to our website and then you select a business category. These are just two examples, but actually it can be any business from gardeners to doctors. And then you type a city inside. Then you can also specify a range of days or a specific date. This is really cool, actually, because imagine that you only have time to go to the hairdresser tomorrow at 12. We can tell you what are the hairdressers that have an empty slot tomorrow at 12. Then you get the list of the results, and you can check where they are on the maps. And when you select one, you get the calendar of this business you have selected. So this is the schedule, the calendar of the business, and on the left, you have the services. You select the services you are interested in, and then we show you all the empty slots of the business according to the duration of the service that you have selected. In this same calendar, you also see your personal tasks imported from, for instance, Google Calendar. Then you choose the empty slot you want, and you specify after how much time you would like to be notified by us about this appointment. Then you send the request, and this is the view that the business use to receive the requests and also to confirm and reject requests. It can also kind of propose to reschedule, and as soon as the business processes your request, you get notified via email and SMS by us. We hope you will all enjoy the appointments made on Figaro. Thank you very much.
We have a video on the mobile first, and just at the end. You have a website? No, we have a PowerPoint presentation.
It's here, right? Yes. And you have the
Oh, I have a video to put on.
Which one do you want? This one?
Oh.
You have to switch it.
Yeah. So.
So just switch with that.
Oh, okay.
So this is your.
It's just one element of custom. GIF melt? Who calls their app GIF melt?
No, guys, it's GIF me it. So, I know, right? All right, so let's talk about why GIF me it.
So why would you use GIF me it? So GIF me it is actually an iOS application that takes in a video and outputs a animated GIF image, and it instantly creates it through the mobile app, and which bypasses the online conversion process and the draining of your mobile data, which is really expensive. And also, videos, let's be honest, take a long time to upload.
So an interesting thing to think about is transferring GIFs over SMS. So, you know, there's possibility of filters, but SMS is pretty interesting. Right now, there's a lot of companies that allow you to send over free SMS stuff, and we can you can construct a GIF file from that and send it over the network. So yeah, we want to be the next Snapchat and WhatsApp, yeah.
All right, guys, so now that you know all about GIF me it, I'm going to show you guys a demo. So, Jason's just going to do something to entertain us here.
Okay, we switched to...
It's done. I switched it. Oh, there.
Okay.
So this is an app. You guys can come and get it if you want.
Yeah. Okay, so on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. All right. Now this will convert the video to a GIF, and sorry to go. Yeah, there you go.
So we wanted to do one of HackZurich. So
On the count of 3, can everyone just raise your arms and move around and wave them for a few seconds? So 1, 2, 3. Okay.
And now we're going to post it on Twitter. There's no Wi-Fi, but it would work.
I just wanted to reach out and thank the Apple team. They were really tremendously helpful in our weekend. Thank you.
So, hello everyone. Could I have your attention? Silence. Thank you. So, hey, we're Pantry, and walking around this morning, checking out all the amazing projects that were built in only 40 hours, we thought, hey, we're lucky to be presenting, but not only that, time is so precious. If you want to be able to keep creating amazing things, you need your time. One of our losses of time was deciding what to eat. Everyone knows you should eat healthy. The hard part is doing the research, what food's healthy, how do I prepare it, and on top of it, how do I make it tasty? So to do this, we decided to make one web app that will do all of that for you. So with the minute left, I'd like to plan the entire dinner for Rasmus, because he organizes all. We can give back a little. Let's plan a meal for him. So can we do the live demo here? Rasmus, 22. Let's go. Let's see what it looks like. I'll just make an assumption here. Maybe he doesn't like vegetable rice medley. Can you give it a change? Is the internet working? Well, usually when the internet would... Oh, perfect. It's a little slow, but he gets another meal. Asparagus looks much more delicious. Anyway, on the top we have the budget. And now export it to Evernote. That way he has the ingredients on his phone, and he's ready to go shopping right away. So right now this exports it directly, the ingredients for the entire week. You do one-time shopping. All the recipes are also there. This is, oh, we have to change that for you can see the recipes, but it's right there. In the future, since we have how much everything costs, we want to be able to put in budget concerns, and we'd love to get more from the Migros API, all open all the time. That way you can order it directly and get you real data about that. Can you just... What would you like to show Rasmus' shopping list?
Yeah, so essentially, the big difference between this and what's currently available today with recipe planning is that this does everything for you. All right, we don't know how to cook. I've really never gone to a recipe website before. I just want something that'll plan it all out for me and have all the nutrition taken care of in the background, go by recommended daily allowances from standards boards like the United States Department of Agriculture. So that's our vision here. Our vision here is not having to go to the grocery store, not having to look on recipe sites. Just log in, get your schedule, get all your ingredients on your phone, and go to the grocery store once a week, and that's it. And every night, you just pull out your smartphone, and your recipes are right there ready to go.
Hey, hi guys. My name's Dylan and I'm a developer from Switzerland, and together with my team partner I created the app GeoTappy. We always thought that like when you meet friends it's always like super hard, you have long WhatsApp discussions, where are you here yet, and I hate it. And there must be a better way, because like we all know that friend who's always late. So, GeoTappy makes it super easy to share your location with friends. We sign up with Facebook, and it gets a list of your friends. And we should see soon. So, here we have our friends of that account. We have two sections. We have favorites and the other friends. They're like less important, like Harry Potter. I don't really like him. So sometimes you like meet up with a whole group of friends. So that's why we can create a group. We can call them favorites, and we can just add new people to that group. Okay, great. So now, let's say I'm on the way to a party or whatever, and I want to tell my group that I'm on the way. So the easiest way to do that is obviously just with one touch, and we can do that. Oh wait. Yeah, well, here I got a nice, yeah, I don't know. We can do it again, yeah. Okay, so great. Now he's going to share his location with our group. Ah, it's always nice when things work. Thank you. That's me.
Yeah, I can take care of that. So I think we should actually make a big round of applause for everybody who was pitching there. That was awesome. Thanks a lot. That was hard work. That was great pitches. Thanks a lot. And I'm actually really happy. I think I have the easier job now. Then I don't have to decide who's going to win. I just have to introduce Chris. He's been awesome so far. He's been here since Thursday. Has been in very close contact to all the developers, you know, being really supportive. He managed the whole university website at Harvard before joining Evernote. He's been at Evernote for 3 years. He's now the head of developer relations, did a great job. And that's actually a reason, like you might think we put all the company stands there like at random locations, but it's all planned out. Because like Chris tried to use this hyperlapse feature from Apple, from the new iOS, and it didn't really work, I think, for him. So maybe he had some time over the weekend to talk to the guys to see how it actually works. So yeah, without further ado, please join me in welcoming Chris Charganos. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You want to check the mic thing?
It should work now.
Does this work?
Yes.
I have no clue how you found that. That's really embarrassing. Last week was our annual developer conference. We had 1,600 developers and users, and that was the day after, so I was a little hungover. My bad. All right, so I have the impossible task of keeping you awake for 30 minutes while the judges pick the best app. So I figured what we should probably do is play a quick game to keep you all awake. How many of you have heard of rock, paper, scissors? Okay, all right. How many use Evernote? Awesome. So here's what we're going to do. I want everyone to stand up, and we're going to play a game of rock, paper, scissors. So here's how it's going to work. So basically, I have a couple Evernote Premium cards for Evernote Premium. So you guys will stand up, and so with rock, paper, scissors, here's how we're going to do it. I'm going to call out rock, papers, or scissors. And if it's a rock and you're scissors, I beat you. If we tie, if we're both rocks, I also beat you. And in the end, they'll actually, because of exponents, will actually go down to about 2 or 3 in the end. So why doesn't everyone stand up, get the blood flowing? This will be fun, I promise. All right. All right. So we'll do a quick practice round, okay? So you got to do it at the same time. No cheating, no delayed. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Now you sit down if I beat you. So, okay. We'll do it. We'll test 2 more times. Everyone stay where you are. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay. 3rd try. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, you guys ready? All right, let's do it. Everyone stand up again. All right, here we go. Here we go. Okay. So, everyone get awake. You've been up for 40 hours, a lot of Red Bull. This whole event was brought to you by Red Bull, man. You get like so much caffeine. All right, ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, stay standing if you're, okay. You guys ready? All right, this is stressful. Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Come on up. All right, everyone stand up. I got a couple more. Okay. All right. Congrats. Okay. Are you going to play too? All right, here we go. Okay, here we go. Well, you play against me. You got a prize. You already got a prize, yeah. So you got to sit down, and then someone else is going to get it. All right, congrats. Sorry, I'm tired too. My bad. All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ah, okay. That was a so-so one. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Wow. All right, man. We're like same wavelength right here. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Man. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. How many got left? We got 4? 3? All right, you guys all come up. You win. Congrats. Thanks. Thank you. All right, the other one, you just come up later. We'll figure it out. Okay, so we're super excited to be here. I'll get you after. Yeah. We're super excited to be here. My name's Chris Traganos. I run developer relations for Evernote. I've been at the company for about 3 years. We're based in San Francisco. How many of you use Evernote for Mac or for iPhone? Okay, some of the core features that you use is actually all built in Zurich. So Evernote for iOS and for Mac. We have iOS and engineers for both products here. We're really excited to be the Evernote Zurich office, and we flew in from San Francisco. We're really excited to be here at HackZurich. The level of talent we've seen from the designers and developers of this, and also just the city's amazing. It's really been great to meet a lot of the different startups here. So this is Evernote Zurich. We're actually, we're right on the river there. We're at Walsterstrasse. I've been trying all week to say that name. And then my group is actually Evernote developers. So we travel all around the world meeting different developers, and we do technical workshops, we do APIs, and we do large hackathons like this. And we also have the privilege of coming to HackZurich and meeting a lot of you. And then, 40 hours into it, really thank you so much for staying awake. So really, we want to talk about from hackathon. We've actually worked with a lot of companies that we've met at hackathons. So we've been doing these hackathons for about 3 to 4 years now. And at this point, we're actually seeing products that started off at a hackathon. I know a lot of teams that actually, we help them pair up during the startup, the hackathon team matching. We've had designers and devs who never met each other before events now have products that we actively promote to our users. So to give you a background, Evernote is an app. It's a note-taking app. But we have about 50,000 developers that are building ways of connecting to our APIs, some pretty popular apps as well. And we love to work with any app that helps our users do more with their content. So you've built a prototype this weekend. You're exhausted. Now what? So I know some other graduate students from other universities who took a project during the semester and turned it into something bigger. And I think that's the point, is like, you gotta dream big. You gotta think of, I wanna go through some companies that have actually started off as either hackathons, weekend projects, or just an internal hack with a couple guys and girls at their company. One in particular that a couple of my friends work at is Twitter. Twitter is very interesting. Some of you may have read the book Hatching Twitter. I strongly recommend reading the story of it. Essentially, one of the lead Ruby developers at this company called Odeo, it was a podcasting company, he wanted to figure out a way to have a tiny message protocol that could be sent over SMS through 140 characters, so it could fit through text message. Obviously, this was actually the first version of Twitter, so like, a lot of you already have a head start. A lot of the apps I've seen today are actually responsive. The design looks intuitive. It's a good experience. Just remember, a lot of projects actually started. The difference is they kept working through their bugs. They kept pushing on the product because they believe it could do something better. Think about that. Like, think about ways that, like, the product you have, can you continue it, and does it solve a need? And it's now a multi-billion-dollar public company. I think this quote's really helpful, as you guys are all, you've built a project this weekend, but it's really important to focus. So the quote, make every detail perfect and limit the number of details to perfect. It's, at Evernote, it's something we're constantly struggling with. How many features do we show the user right away versus what are the core features that actually are helpful? What is the minimum viable product for success? You constantly want to fight against your product being bloated, and very often we're going back to the table, redoing our UX, redoing our UI, making the experience as intuitive as possible on the specific devices we're building for. Another project, I'm super excited you're using Hacker League for this competition. So Hacker League, they're great guys, Mike Swift and his two other founders. So the three of them, I know them very well. They're developers in New York and in San Francisco, and they were developer advocates at different companies. One at SendGrid, another just like graduate students. And every hackathon they went to, people were trying to use Google Docs to keep track of the pitches. There was no way after the hackathon, like when I started doing hackathons, it was impossible to remember each one of the teams because you didn't have like screenshots of what the product looked like, links, how it worked. And so they built a product. So essentially Hacker League is a way that for free, any school, any HackZurich, any large regional hackathon, you can create a web page. But what's really valuable is what I've noticed for designers, it's one of the best portfolio pieces you can have, showing off UI work, you worked on a project. And for developers, it's a very good way to show off your code and show off your skill set. Think about, like, a lot of times employers, especially in Silicon Valley and a lot of the tech hubs across Europe, like, I can see that you've done a 6 or 9 month internship. I also care equally that you've done a lot of hackathons and you're putting yourself out there trying to build product. Because like all the struggles you guys hit, certain of our APIs maybe was a pain 24 hours in, and you need to decide, do we cut this feature or do we push through and figure it out? Those type of decision making in a team setting, like keeping the team together also, that's very, very, very valuable for startups. Like we want to see that process of how you're fighting to like get to the end goal and stay on task. And so testing, whoops, sorry. I think my mic got cut. Yeah, okay. I can talk pretty loud. Okay. Sorry about that.
Hello? Hello?
Okay, cool. We'll do this live. All right. And so Mike and his two developers, what's really cool is they built this product. It ended up being, the only alternative was very expensive other CMS tools for hackathons or for internal competitions. They actually ended up selling it to Intel and their API company Mashery for a lot of money. And what's cool is they've kept the product free, they've kept it open, and it solves a problem that like you all are benefiting from. They wanted to solve a problem for themselves, and like that's what's very interesting. I've seen a lot of apps this weekend, which like I would totally use that app. What was that awesome app you guys had? It was called DuckDuckGo. So you could like literally just have a virtual duck and you can share with someone else. Now that's not my direct need, but my kids would love that. So think of something that solves your own problems, and then you can branch out. One idea I really like. So the first one, Twitter, was just a side project, a quick hack project, a weekend project. The last one was building a product for yourself. Instagram, how many of you have used hyperlapse? So for those of you who haven't, hyperlapse is a way that you actually can take, let's say you take a minute of video while you're driving or flying or somewhere in motion. What hyperlapse is going to do is it's keeping track of your gyroscope in your phone, so it's stabilizing your video in real time. So it knows if you move left a couple angles, it knows the whole video needs to stay still. So those of you who haven't tried it, definitely check it out. It's a really interesting use case, and the background story is Instagram acquired a company that just did image stabilization. So when Instagram rolled out about a year ago, there was the ability that like a shaky camera could kind of smooth out the image. But then one of the lead designers at Instagram was like, well, I'd actually like to have motion video, like I'm biking through a city or I'm going down a boat. Previously, that was like millions of dollars of technology to like keep a camera steady while in motion. And then he worked with that team. He's like, hey, you guys want to hack on a project? We can actually figure out how to do it together. So hyperlapse was revealed to the guys at Instagram. Like no one knew that it was coming, and they just kind of presented it on a Friday, already built and already working. So they had the prototype already there. Building the prototype, like showing something that's actually working than just talking about it is the best thing you could do. Because like it really, it makes a difference when you see a product already there, you would use it from day one. That's what's great about a hackathon is you've already built the prototypes, now it's time to just refine it. So yeah, I think that whole story of hyperlapse is interesting because they said, you know what, let's just make it, it's a very good power feature. Let's make it a standalone app, but then you can still add your hyperlapse videos into Instagram. So it actually is keeping Instagram users engaged. I think that's an awesome concept, especially for those of you that have day jobs, but think you could build something better on the side and that could ultimately help your team or your company or wherever you are. This is kind of a split slide. I think every one of you should read this book. The Lean Startup is an awesome book. Just practical advice for as you're trying to take a project and kind of move forward with it. Some things, I think if there's anything to remember from my babbling is this. These are things you really need to think about. You've built the prototype, but then these are very important. Product market fit and customer interviews. It's very easy to have like a survey, would you ever use our product? And everyone says yes. But what's troubling is as a startup, what people say they'll pay for and what people say they'll buy is often very different than what they actually do with action. So the value of customer interviews and really testing out in the field is our product, is our app or is our prototype or our web service like solving a problem. You don't know until you actually get some people trying it out and giving you honest feedback. Another one is minimum viable product. I can't stress that more. You really have to whittle down the app to just the core feature and then just keep building off that. You really want to stay away from bloat. Even for a hackathon on a weekend, like trying to build an iPhone and Android version, that's really hard. I mean, you split your time, you split the ability that you can, unless you have a large team, you split the ability of what you can do in one weekend. Really focus on, I know it was very controversial when Instagram first launched, they did not launch a web service. It wasn't until 2 years that they launched Instagram's web service, and that's because they just wanted to focus on a mobile experience. That's another point I think is very important is a mobile first experience. You have to think about, we're all driving around, we're all moving very fast. Think about what is the easiest way to edit and work with your app. I think you really have to think of, if you've built desktop first, that's fine, but really think about how your app works in all these different devices because you want it to be as flexible as possible. And then I think mentors is very important. So you all have actually, this has been a great opportunity for networking, to meet a lot of the sponsors. It's been great for myself personally to talk to the different sponsors and see the projects they're building and even their APIs. I've learned a lot this weekend. Find mentors that know a lot about a certain topic, right? So I have mentors that I will focus on, I will work with about being a better team member or being a better coder or improving our SDK. So I have mentors that help me on specific topics. You definitely want to kind of have those people in your life that are going to help you do that. And then also team building. Team building is really hard. Hackathons are really stressful. I think it's really smart. HackZurich said 2 to 4 people per team. We've had a lot of hackathons where the team wanted to stay 6 or 8 people. You know, at 1:30 in the morning, the team breaks up, and then 2 teams split off. And I think having that core unit of people that you want to work with over a long term is really important. I think hackathons give you that 24-hour, 40-hour preview of, could I see myself working with this person long term? Interesting fact, so Evernote's an interesting story. So our founder, Phil Libin, he went to Boston University. He's founded 3 different startups, and the same group has founded all the startups together. So the first startup he founded was Engine 5 with about 8 of his closest friends and engineers that he's worked with. They ended up selling that company for about $20 million. Then after that, they created a new company, Core Street, which is more in the security field. That same team went public for that app, and then the same group of about eight engineers, now they're the CTO, the different people, they've built Evernote together. So I think what's exciting is like, you all have those people that are gonna be on your team for life, and the point of hackathons, the point of networking, the point of building projects is you're trying to figure out, are these the people I could work with long term? Especially to rely on them when times are hard. Like, I can't stress it enough, like that's what makes a hackathon great, is it gives you that preview. And so remember why you're here. Like, we're here to solve problems. You guys have all built apps because you saw something that didn't work, you wanted to make it better. You saw a couple APIs that you thought you could stitch together to make it a better product. I mean, really focus on, like, that's why we're here. So I want to talk about a couple companies we work with that were like right place, right time, or they really they came from a side project or a hackathon. How many of you heard of Feedly before? Oh, awesome. Okay. So for those of you who don't, how many remember Google Reader? Okay, so Feedly was building aggregation tools for RSS, for OPML, basically being able to see all your news articles, everything flowing in. Google Reader had done that for a long time. Feedly wanted to make a better experience, and they have a premium version. So Feedly had been kind of working on that. They were really flying under the radar. Google just announces we are done in the RSS reader business. We are shutting down. And then they had one little bullet point. If you want this still experience, we suggest you use this other alternative called Feedly. Feedly gets over 20 to 30 million users in one weekend. A lot of them paying. So we're very close to the Feedly team. They've built an awesome Evernote integration, so you can kind of all your news articles going to Feedly, but then you can push certain articles into your Evernote account. And what they've said is they're like, we just focused on our product, and all of a sudden the market really needed what we had, and we were ready, and we were already focused on the premium version. So I think that's a great story because they were at right place, right time, and a lot of you have built an app that I think a lot of people could use. So another one is, who's used Uber Conference before? So Uber Conference, it's pretty popular in the States. It was the Google Voice team. So the Google Voice team had built one of the first kind of open, free voice over IP protocol tools that you could kind of chat, have telephony. They left Google to then compete in TechCrunch Disrupt Hackathon in 2010. So that was actually like one of the first hackathons we were part of. They ended up winning. What Uber Conference does is it allows you to quickly set up conference calls from your iPad, from your computer, or from a telephone. And then afterwards, it's going to actually send you a summary, like who talked the longest, what, even like if it was tied to an Outlook calendar. It's a very popular tool. They also have a premium model, I think, at this point. Uber Conferences is super interesting because it's like this team focuses on voice technology. And yeah, voice technology, and they also have some imaging technology. And then they just keep, each company they've gone to or if they've been acquired, like they just keep working on that product. I think for myself, they're very inspiring because they never stop working on it. Another one is, who's heard of Pistachio? Okay, so Pistachio is super interesting. I'm very biased to Pistachio. They did come out of a weekend project. Pistachio allows you to have a fully customized website, your own .com, but it uses Evernote as a CMS. So one of the teams here built a very compelling app, Lines, which is similar. So essentially, like they had all these apps and they were sick of updating their WordPress and WordPress or Drupal. And what they figured out is like any HTML or CSS or images inside each Evernote node is just a blog post. So then you can customize the website, you can design it like a Tumblr theme essentially. And they have a premium offering and they're making a lot of money. I think they're great because they built the project for themselves, actually for their own like internal docs. They were 2 freelance developers, and now they have like a full-fledged company up in Vancouver, Canada. Two more apps I'll go through. One is Swipes. Swipes is really interesting. They're a team from Denmark. They built this in a week-long competition, and essentially it's like you have task lists, so they can import your task list from Google, from Evernote, from all these different apps, and then what you have is like you have a swiping experience where you can say this task is done, or I need to assign this task, and then it's going to in real time update all your cloud services. Again, another example of someone that works pretty hard. Chamasoft, I love Chamasoft. Chamasoft, we met. They are a startup in Kenya, in Nairobi, Kenya. And what they've figured out is, do you guys have the concept of credit unions here? So not banks, but credit unions. So essentially community-based banking. So in Africa, but specifically in Kenya, you have a lot of people are what you call unbanked. They don't use like federal or state level banks. They actually have community-based banks where everyone in the community pitches in a certain amount every year, and then people can take loans from that amount. They've really had no way of keeping track of that technology. There's really been no software to keep track. Has everyone participated? Has everyone put in funding to then use it later? So we met them because they ended up using building Evernote into their product, but just standalone, just Chamasoft itself. It's a super useful app because it solves a need. Literally, like half the country is in need of this app, so they've already have paying users. They built it because they needed it themselves. So I think, how am I doing on time actually? Perfect. Okay. So a couple, just a few more slides that actually I think these will be helpful for you. First one is stay fresh. You have to network and learn. It's been actually exciting to see some of you I met from the hackathon before in Berlin. It's been really fun to see that a lot of you have flown in from out of town. Yeah, it means a lot to kind of see you again, and like you're working on your projects. I think keep networking and learning. I know that for myself is how I stay sharp, how I stay fresh. I know for myself and my team, like we want to make sure our strategy is good and like we're taking advantage of the best methods for our API and for our SDKs. So stay fresh, network, and then stay inspired. So why do I have 3 bottles of liquor? Someone laughed when I showed it before, and I love this photo. So these are 3 different startups that started from hackathons. I have a separate like closet for them. They started at hackathons and they're now companies that are profitable. So Pistachio, they're up in Canada. They hooked me up with Johnny Walker Black. I'm very grateful for that. Lunasoft, they started off from a hackathon we had in Monterrey, Mexico. They're like a project management tool for a certain type of company that they have like in Monterrey and in Mexico. And then the last one is DoingCast. They're a very popular freelance, it's kind of like a freelance surveillance tool. They're down in actually Sao Paulo, Brazil. But I keep these things because I'm like, it's so exciting when I see teams that met at hackathons. They kept working on the project. We stayed in touch. We got lunch, or we hung out when they visited San Francisco or when I'm back in town. I think just keep working on your product if you do believe on it, if you do believe in it. And then just a couple other just things that I think, some are silly, some are useful, that just inspire myself. So the Social Network movie, for good or for bad about Mark Zuckerberg, he was a really driven guy. And the story is super interesting because he definitely saw something other people didn't see. I think if I watch that all the time, I get motivated by that stuff. Who's seen the documentary The Startup Kids? It's on Netflix. It's on a bunch of the different video streaming services over here too. See that documentary. They highlight Dropbox. They highlight SoundCloud, based in Berlin. They highlight a bunch of startups that have just keep focusing on their product. That's a great documentary. Why the heck do I have Office Space up on this? Office Space, I think I first saw it when I was 14 years old. It is I watch it often. It is the company I never want to work for. I never want to be stuck in a suit in some big company feeling like I'm not making a difference. And I think Office Space does a very good job highlighting that. It's you can choose where you want to work. You can choose who you want your coworkers to be. There's nothing holding you back, and there's no reason why you can't push forward on your own project. Some more more serious books that these are books, so those are movies. These are some books I would definitely suggest reading. I just finished myself. The Hard Thing About Hard Things. This is Ben Horowitz, who is one of the partners at Andreessen Horowitz. They're a very large VC firm in the Valley. It's an amazing book. He talks about startups that he started, startups that have failed, mistakes he's made, things that have worked out but were hard decisions. It really helps you think about, like, as you're thinking, should I actually make this a project or a company? Read that book. It's an amazing book. Hatching Twitter. Hatching Twitter is a really good book. It's written by a reporter from the New York Times, Nick Bilton, and it covers how Twitter went from like essentially a hackathon project and every way that it went to then become the company that it is today. Definitely suggest that. And then lastly is the Launchpad. It's you guys familiar with Y Combinator? So it's an accelerator in the Valley that essentially, you know, if you get into a Y Combinator, they're gonna put all their resources to help you succeed and make your company viable. But it's really hard. It's a very difficult process. I would read that book. The way that they work with startups is always inspiring for myself. And so I'll end you with one last quote. This is a really good friend of Evernote. He's actually one of our investors. I didn't realize we were connected with him until I saw this quote a long time ago. I'll just kind of read it out. So, the very first company I started failed with a great bang. The second one failed a little bit less, but it still failed. The third startup, you know, properly failed, but it was kind of okay. I recovered quickly. Number 4 almost didn't fail. It still didn't really feel great, but it did okay. And then number 5 was PayPal. And I think, yeah, just keep that in mind. Like, you guys are gonna keep hacking, building projects. Some of the projects are gonna be DuckDuckGo, and you'll be like, you know what, we learned a lot from that. That was awesome, we built that. Keep building and never stop hacking. Definitely keep coming to these type of events. And I just want to say thanks. Thanks for having us. We're super excited to be here. And yeah, good luck, and let's see what the judges say.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Chris. That was awesome. Unfortunately, we don't have any more time for questions because we're already running late. I think that's fine for you. I think there was a lot of time to talk to him. He will still stay around for the apéro later, so you can chat to him over beer. And now it actually gets serious. So let's come to the awards, guys. Let me just turn off this microphone. So we start with an award for all finalists. We have CodeShip.io accounts for you. I think it will be very helpful, especially if you continue using the app or the software you build. It's a hosting provider. It's very seamless. You can set it up very easily. We will email you the login details, and then you have 3 months premium membership. And yeah, we start with the workshop awards. So each workshop will now present the winner of their workshop. So let's start with Apple.
Hey guys, I'm Mike from Apple. We saw some amazing iOS apps this weekend, so really great job to every one of you guys that worked on Objective-C or on Swift. It was a really hard decision for the judges, and their decision was... So this is an app that was done in Swift with Metal, and that is No Face. Congratulations, guys.
Well done.
Congrats, man.
Thanks. Thanks for a great topic.
Just a quick announcement, the bus to Munich will not leave at 4, but at 5, so no rush for those guys. So the next workshop will be Google.
again, thanks. We've seen some great concepts integrating Android Wear. Some apps really manage to well, have glanceable information, something you would want to have in your life. And that's why we're giving our award to the Remotify app. You get a Chromecast and watches for every team member. So, come up to the stage. And here's the envelope. Yeah. Yep. Just come up here. So we have 2 of the watches right now. I think one you should already have, right? So get it there. And I think where's the other one? We had it here? Well, we get it to you. Don't worry. You also get some of those very nice Google bags to carry it home.
Swag.
So there is one more thing. So we had a quiz at our booth, and everyone that participated had the chance to win a nice Chromecast. And the winner of that one is Antonio Marino. If he's still there, come here and get your prize. There you go. That's it for us. Thanks.
Next one is the Retail Innovation Workshop.
Hello from my side. We're very excited to see so many good ideas in the Retail Innovation Workshop. At this point, also special thanks to our friends at Migros as well as GS1 for helping us with the data and preparing everything. I'm happy to announce the winner. And it's the viral questionnaire. I've heard multiple times from Migros they are opening up the data. If you're interested in working on data sets from Migros, get in touch with us.
Ein Foto von dort kommt, glaube ich, das Foto.
Next workshop is Evernote.
All right, me again. So we were amazed by all the projects. Thank you so much for using our platform. It really, a lot of the use cases were ones we've never seen before. We gave this app out to, we gave these prizes, which is iPad minis for everyone on the team, for an app that really, they went very in-depth with our API, actually using some features we've just released. Let's just have a huge round of applause for Orca. Awesome job, man. Thank you. Good job. Thanks. Good job, man. Good job, man. Thanks. Is there 3 people on your team? Okay, great. All right. Thank you so much. Yeah. All right. Cheers. All right, get some sleep.
Next one is The Fast and the Furious.
Hi guys, I'm Luke from Swisscom, and we had this race game challenge together with Zulke. I'm excited to present you the winner. Which is Mimu.
All right, so here's the deal. I'm done after this. Autodesk, Syrian had to go catch a plane, and I love the app, so I'm actually going to present the app. This is a project that when I saw the demo, my brain exploded. They built the technology themselves. They leveraged some cardboard and some different tools that help them build a way that you can actually record it yourself. The 3D imaging, the 3D printing they did, we were all super impressed by it. So help me bring to the stage, big round of applause for Immersive. Good job. Great job. Great job. Great job. So Immersive is getting Samsung Gear 2 watches for everyone on the team. Huge round of applause for Immersive. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks.
And now it's hacked for good.
Hey guys, Christoph my name again. We've seen you on Friday already. I brought with me Aki and Bobby. Bobby is from Pro Juventute, which is the largest youth organization in Switzerland, and Aki represents Climate Kick. I'm from Impact Hub, and we had the super easy task to award the best app in terms of societal benefit. As you can imagine, this was super tricky. So we can release that in just a second. For all the ones who have been working on a lot of food and healthy living apps, there's actually a prize and incubation program being awarded also tonight or tomorrow is the deadline. So please check out our website for that. It's an Impact Hub Fellowship on a topic where you can win 40,000 Swiss francs. And I was so amazed of these different apps here. I think there's a lot more to be won. Now for us, can you help me? So what has the highest societal benefit or the potential of it? We thought it's probably around cancer research, and if you can improve that massively, it's probably going to be BioCloud. Let's give a big round of applause for BioCloud for them. Come here, guys. Picture time. And you guys go for a weekend in St. Moritz for a hotel, and then it's 3 months free co-working space to actually build the technology further. And congrats to everyone. This was so amazing to be here. Really, guys. Amazing.
All right, guys. I think that was already pretty cool. Now we really come to the core of HackZurich. The overall winners of HackZurich 2014. We've 2 more awards to give to which everybody was liable for. Before we come to the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st prize. So we start with Microsoft.
It's been amazing to see what you guys have been doing this weekend. You have basically proved that one can work from everywhere at any time, which complies so well with our program of New World of Work. We're opening our hearts, our minds, and our doors to the winning team, which is Get Cooking. Congrats.
So the next prize is the market entry prize by one of our two presenting partners. Yannick will now present the prize. So yeah, it's pretty exciting.
It's been said before, but I have to say it again. I'm absolutely super impressed with the quality of the projects here at many levels: technical, product, having teams come together at the last minute. Really fantastic job to everyone. And the Tamedia Market Entry Prize for the winning team, you get a trip to Berlin and to Speed Market Entry, introductions to early stage VCs and local startup community. And the winner is Give Me It. Thank you.
The third prize, I don't know who's gonna win. It's gonna be Sennheiser Urbanite headphones. They're really, really nice headphones. I really would like a pair. Yeah, I mean, Alexander Illich from the jury, he's the chair of the jury, will present the award and also read out why this team, or like tell us why this team became third at HackZurich 2014. Stage is yours.
Thanks a lot, Rasmus. So I'm very excited to be here. You still look pretty awake, so that's amazing. We went through all 101 projects, and we were just blown away by what you have accomplished in just 40 hours. And I want to start now with awarding the third prize in the main category. And yeah, let's see who the winner is. The third prize goes to Minoropus. Come on up, guys.
Very good. Congratulations. Congrats, guys. Congrats. 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 Your awards? Just, there's names on it. Jeremy. Who's? Just get the right ones. Congrats, guys. Yeah, show everything. Smile. Congrats, guys. That was awesome.
So for Minoropus, we were just amazed that they brought together different disciplines. Like they brought together e-learning. They, as you have seen, they want to bring programming and thinking to young kids, and that was the reason for the jury to award you the third prize. Let's go to the second prize.
Yeah, let me first announce it. So. The second prize will be iPad minis, 128 gigabytes, pretty awesome as well. And we will also have vouchers for the Technopark Academy, which is the building we are at right now. So that's also really exciting. Yeah, and I hand over to Alex again to announce who's going to be second at HackZurich 2014. Thanks.
Cool. So the second prize goes to... No, I should tell you first why. So, you have seen there were many amazing apps which got us all hungry and excited. So we thought the team deserves the prize because they put together in 40 hours not only an app but also a whole website. They included speech control, and they used a number of great APIs in a way where we thought like, wow, how did these guys do it in 40 hours? And so the second prize goes to Get Cooking. Very good. Some more stuff for you guys.
So who's going to be the winner of HackZurich 2014? I think you all agreed on one team pretty quickly there. Alex will tell you more about why. The first prize is HP Power Station. It's really like the latest notebook they have. It's really, really powerful. You each will get one. You will also get the Technopark Academy voucher. Yeah, and I'm really excited actually to hear who it is, because I don't know yet. I just know that they all agreed and we're all really excited about it. So, let's see.
Okay. So, this was actually a very fast discussion. So, we all agreed that this team deserves the first spot. They combined everything from super simple stuff, from cardboard to 3D printing, and they assembled an amazing experience, so we were all blown away. So the first prize, as you maybe already can guess, goes to Immersive. Super gemacht, thank you, man. Super gemacht. Super. Very cool. Super. Okay, geil gemacht. Geil gemacht.
Da war wirklich Spaß.
Ja.
So yeah, that's really it. I hope you had a good time this weekend. We just want to once more thank our sponsors. Like, you know, they paid for your travel here. They paid for all your food. There are lots of awards they sponsored. They spent the whole weekend here with you together, working through the nights and helping you to, you know, get the APIs working. And I think this is definitely worth a big, big, big round of applause. So thank you very much. That was awesome. Thanks a lot. And also thanks to the jury. Maybe you want to say a couple of words, or yeah, I mean, just come up here, like the main jury. We have some. It was a lot of work for you guys. You came up early here. You had to stay much longer than expected, and we have a little present for you guys. Thanks a lot. Yeah, man. Let's all take a photo, maybe. Thanks a lot. Chris got a slightly bigger box. Thanks for the speech.
Yeah, seriously.
But let's take a photo. Yeah, size matters.
Wow. I'm hungry. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. And then one more thing, like, I mean, I was here on stage most of the time, and I guess did the gong, and like, so this is the face you recognize probably the most, but there were actually a lot of other people involved. There were around 15 helpers in total. And this is the core committee who has been all working really, really hard the last 3 months to make HackZurich possible. So I think we should all get them up on stage. I mean, Jonathan, for example, on the upper right, he did most of the sponsorship. He sent 2,500 emails in the last 3 months to get all the money and all the swag and everything we need. It was a lot of work. Ferdinand in the middle, he did all the food, all the drinks, all the logistics. It was yeah, a lot of work. I mean, you all guys gained like 2 kilograms, so I think that he can count that as a success. Then Nikolai, I mean, just when he like, you know, managed between these 4 devices here over like during the presentation, that was impressive. I mean, that worked so smoothly. And he also did all the registration. He was the guy when you know, emailed the info@HackZurich email address, he was the guy who would reply. And I mean, he got a lot of emails. I don't know how many, but it was a lot. Then we have Max. I mean, Max did most of the marketing. He sent out hundreds of emails to all the press, media, and I mean, they showed up here, right? So that was very successful. And he also drove 6 times to Holy Cow yesterday to get all your burgers. And you know, if you drive the route once, it's fun. If you do it twice, it's okay. But if you drive it 6 times for 2 hours, it's pretty intense. Then we have Yari. Last night he had to print the like awards, like the certificates, like at very, very late at night. He did all the audio up there. He was also involved in marketing, and he actually prepared the beer outside, which we will get very, very soon. So I think it's very important. And then we have Fabian. He's the guy who scheduled your bus to Munich and did most of the transportation. So he's also the reason why you can stay longer tonight and don't have to leave at 4. He's done most of the check-in. We have like one big spreadsheet where like, you know, everybody who registers through friends, like registered through like 3 degrees of friends, like got into this spreadsheet, and he was the only guy at the end who had like the overview, and I think that's kind of essential, and it worked out all well. Then we have Dimitri. You saw him earlier. He was the guy who packed all the goodie bags. I mean, you saw the website, right? Like it looks really, really cool, and everything on the website, all these like event pages, all the IT stuff was done by him, and I mean, it looks great. Thanks a lot. And then Wolf, unfortunately can't be here tonight. He organized the hackathon last year, so he was kind of an advisor, and it was also very helpful to, you know, learn from him, see what we can improve, what things we should keep the same way, and that was, yeah, really helpful. I think we should just get everybody up, and I think we owe them all a big round of applause. Yeah, and also all the other helpers who are here right now. Some are at the check-in desk, but thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks. I think it's fine. I want beer now, so thanks a lot. Wait, that was the wrong button. Let me just... Okay, there are only like 2 more slides. So can we just get all finalists back on stage to take one photo? That would be awesome. And then it's time for beer. Okay, the slides are missing. Afterwards, apero time out there. We have a lot of free beer. Stay around, talk to the people you met. Thanks all for coming. Check our website for HackZurich 2015. It's going to be similar, but bigger, more stuff. We'll see. Stay tuned, guys. Thanks a lot.